Hello, children. You are welcome to the digital classes of Christ Church Convent Higher Secondary School, Gadawara. I am Amit Toshniwal, your economics teacher. This video is for class 11th. Subject is economics. Chapter number 5, Measures of Central Tendency. It is part 1. Let us understand the meaning of central tendency or average. Central means somewhere in between, middlemost. So, average is a simple expression in which the net result of a complex group or large numbers is concentrated. So what does it mean? It means that particular number represents the whole group or all the datas given. So representativeness is the foremost quality of measures of central tendency. So you can read some of the definitions given by Bowley, Simpson and Kafka, and Skad and Clark. A measure of central tendency is that typical value around which other figures congregate. इर्द गिर्द घूमते हैं बाकी के फिगर्स उसके. तो we can say measure of central tendency means the middlemost value, somewhere in between, midpoint, almost midpoint. So what are the objectives and functions of an average? It is used to give a concise picture of the large group. Means brief picture which tells each and everything in an summarized way, and it becomes easy to understand the results of the given data. So it makes complex data into the simplest form. Second function of average is to compare different groups and classes. When we have mass of figures and we need to compare or analyze two groups of data, so mean present that picture by which comparison becomes easy. So we can say that comparability is one of the most prominent feature or function of an average. Third is it helps to obtain a picture of complete group by means of a sample data. It means an average computed form a sample data which is extracted from the large group and the chance of error is almost null. Nil or null, or you can say negligible. Why? Because it becomes a representative of all the data given. So one who represents, or one which represents, is an identical thing or identical person. Fourth is, averages give a mathematical concept to the relationship between different groups. Yes, when you compare something, so it is but natural that data are in number form. They are actually numbers, and numbers are counted in mathematics only. Simple thing. So any form of an average present mathematical picture of given data. So it present the data in mathematical form. Mathematical form means in number form. Simple thing. Fifth, help in decision making. Yes. When average is found, so there are some objects and targets which are predetermined, preset, and need to be achieved. So what decisions have to be taken according to its planning, and how to make control over them, which comes under the managerial and management capacity. So average helps a manager to take the decisions. Management can make planning and accordingly can do directing and controlling also. What to be done, how to be achieved can be obtained by getting an average, an idea. Next is essentials of a good average. The first essential यानी जरूरी चीज़ क्या है एवरेज होने के लिए? First, clear definition. If an average is not clearly defined, then it can be influenced or affected by the observers, and there is a chance of discrimination. There is chance of bias. There is a chance of partiality. So an average must be clearly defined. Second, based on all observations. It means all the items, regardless whether they are small in size or large in size, should be taken into consideration while finding out an average. Otherwise, the motive of representativeness cannot be achieved. It is not possible. Third, easily understandable. So this is the most obvious property of an average, that it should present a comprehensive picture of the given data, presented data, and it should not hinder or should create an obstacle as far as mathematics scenario is concerned, that it becomes incapable of getting or grasping. उनको समझना मुश्किल नहीं होना चाहिए, ईजी होना चाहिए. Fourth is easily calculable. Yeah, if calculation is quite tough or complex, then observer and the people working on these data will get a boredom, and it will not be possible for them to work on them and to work out with them. So must be easily calculable, so that it becomes an investigator or an observer can develop his interest in finding so. And fifth, which is the foremost and prominent feature or essential of an average, is representativeness. It means an average must be able to present that picture where all the data of group of a series can be represented. There are some limitations of an average. Limitations means कुछ कमियां हैं. It means एवरेज से कुछ चीज़ें साबित नहीं होती, कुछ चीज़ें सामने नहीं आती. व्हाट आर दे? लेट अस सी. फर्स्ट, इट्स वैल्यू, इट इज़ द वैल्यू विच रिप्रेजेंट द सीरीज़ ओनली. या क्योंकि ये मैथमेटिक्स से रिलेटेड है. सेकेंड, it does not explain the qualities because it is quantitative term, not qualitative term. That is why. It does not represent the constitution of the data, from where means or the derivation, the sources from where the data were collected. It does not show. Its interpretation needs special care. Yes, interpretation means after getting some conclusion, when they are imposed or implemented to find out some other result or conclusion, other outcomes, then need to be taken special care whether the results observed by an average were appropriate or not. So must be taken into consideration before they are interpreted. Fifth is arithmetic average is though representative value of series, but more often than not. It means it is not the particular item value in the series. It means that the results produced by an average may be ambiguous. Ambiguous means 50-50. Sometimes they may turn true or they may turn false. तो ambiguous results produce हो सकते हैं इससे. 50-50 चांसेस होता है, वो सही बैठ भी सकते हैं और नहीं भी. And sixth and last, very difficult to know the mutual difference of item values and their range on the basis of average. Range means the difference between the lowest value and highest value. This is called range. And difference cannot be understood because they are random in order. So difference between the data is not to guess or not guess, to find out the difference between the data is not possible. Moreover, range cannot be found until and unless the minimum value and maximum value is known. Now, kinds of averages. So first is positional, in which there are two, median and mode. We shall study these two and one more, average and a mean, which is arithmetic mean. These three are in your syllabus in 11th, and others are only for general information. Arithmetical mean, simple mean, it is there. Geometric mean is there. Harmonic mean and quadratic. Then commercial averages, moving averages, progressive and composite averages. So you learn the questions related to this video, and we shall continue to understand the measures of central tendency one by one in post videos. Thank you.